Greetings, YouTube. So today we are taking a look at the Amazon exclusive G.I. Joe Classified Heavy Artillery Roadblock. Just came today, so I figured I would take a look at them with you guys. This will probably be a relatively quick review because most of this we already know about as far as the figure and articulation and what they used. We'll talk about his accessories, look at the deco, and that's about it. So let's take a look at the original version of Roadblock. Okay, so super quick look at the box. It is nothing special. Got some nice artwork on the front and same artwork on the side. Don't see anybody different on the back, so this looks unchanged. And his file card stuff. And he is number 28. So, Roadblock. Original version, or original look, as they say. So, as far as the figure, looks really good. Looks really, really good. If you are somebody who was kind of disappointed with how the original Roadblock looked, the one that came out with the first wave, and then, of course, a lot of people were kind of, scratching their head on that Cobra Island Roadblock. I don't recall him ever having that particular look in any media. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe I haven't watched every single piece of G.I. Joe media, but I've never seen him with the big beard and the sunglasses and that outfit. Not sure where that came from, to be perfectly honest. But this is the Roadblock that most people probably wanted to begin with. It was predicted by many people that, many people that understand how Hasbro works, how nostalgia works, was that we would get a whole bunch of different versions of different figures, many of them being the quote-unquote updated versions or the new versions. And then later on down the line, we would start to get versions of the characters that more resemble the, vintage line. And that is coming to fruition. Case in point. Okay, so chances are, for most of these figures, especially the ones that are already out, if they don't look like how they did in the vintage line, there will be a version of that, figure coming soon. So once again, looks real good. His face is actually a different sculpt than the Roadblock that came in the first wave. Real quick comparison here. Here's my Roadblock that came with the first wave, and as you can see, he's been heavily customized. I found, a shirt for him and some gear and a bigger gun. Got him a little Gatling gun that I got from a Terminator figure, I think it was. So the faces are very, very different. So there is that. As far as, a lot of people are commenting that they're sick and tired of buying the same characters and Hasbro needs to come up with, new characters, which I agree with. But as far as Roadblock goes, he is quite different from any of the versions that we've got. So let's take a look at his accessories real quick. Okay, for accessories, he comes with, and this is actually on his head in the package, but he comes with this helmet, and it's actually very well done. Has a lot of sculpted detail on it. Like, I was kind of shocked at how much sculpted detail they put into an accessory that, to be perfectly honest, many people will probably not use on their Roadblock. I know the vintage one came with a helmet, but whenever we saw Roadblock in any type of media appearances, he did not have on any type of helmet. So, it's nice, but my Roadblock probably will not be wearing this. So I'll give that to somebody else. It'll make good custom fodder. He comes with this big gun, which I'm assuming is like a Desert Eagle, because this is not a standard G.I. Joe handgun. And I will point out that even though it is olive drab green color, which I would have preferred it not been, I would have preferred it maybe been black or something like that, it is looking a whole lot more like a real gun. than the regular sidearms that the G.I. Joe figures have gotten. And then there's this big minigun, Gatling gun, however you want to describe it. The turret part does move, does spin, so that's cool. And then there is the drum that connects onto it. And apparently, and I don't know this, or I mean, I've seen this, I've seen people say it, but I don't have the figure to compare it to. But apparently, it's the exact same Gatling gun that comes with Breaker and the Ram cycle. But it looks good. I know some people are probably still lamenting that they have not gotten a Ma Deuce yet, but they just have decided not to go that route with this classified line for whatever reason. As far as Roadblock himself, on his person, his web gear doesn't look to have any type of connector pieces or anything like. Well, hold on, let me look here. Is that a connector piece? No, it's not. So he doesn't have any connector pieces, so I'm not sure I would call this an accessory because it's not easily taken off, but I'm sure you could get it off with a little bit of work. And then he also has a side holster for his Desert Eagle. And that's it. So he is pretty bare bones as far as figures go. You got the big gun, you got the Desert Eagle, you got the helmet, you can count the holster, I guess, and that's about it. So he's pretty vanilla as far as G.I. Joe Classified goes. And I say that, and it sounds like I'm putting it down, but actually it's what it's supposed to be. Like, this is about all I would expect from a Roadblock. A really big gun, some decent web gear, and maybe a sidearm. Honestly, if they hadn't have given him the helmet, I probably still would have been okay with it. But the helmet's a nice touch. And it's a callback to the vintage line. And like I said, whoops, parts like this are not going to go to waste. You know, you'll definitely be able to use that for a custom for somebody. All right, so do a quick size comparison and I'll give you my final thoughts and I'll get you out of here. All right, here we have the new Roadblock with the new Commando, Snake Eyes, and Timber, and Beachhead, Cobra Island, with a little bit of customization on him. There he is next to the first wave Duke, but I have painted him up, put a wash on him, painted those gold bits so he looks different. And then Gung Ho. There he is alongside my custom Spirit, which is on a Marvel Legends body. That's the Eric Killmonger tactical body. And then my custom Sergeant Slaughter, which is on the big bulky Marvel Legends body, Nuke, Crossbones, the Hydra guy, people like that, Hercules maybe. There he is alongside some Cobra. We got Major Blood, and we have Destro. All right, last comparison here. We got Roadblock with a female figure. We got Lady J, and then my custom Crocmaster, which is on the Crossbones Marvel Legends body. All right, so final thoughts on Mr. Roadblock here. I think many people will agree that there isn't a whole lot special here. Like, this isn't a groundbreaking figure. This isn't pushing sculpt and accessories to their limits. This isn't some type of novelty, you know, provocative, crazy design. It's a very simple design, but it works because it is paying specific homage to the original vintage figure. You look at him, there isn't a whole lot of, you know, extraneous details here. He's got his orange pants. He's got some boots with a little bit of green armor. He's got his classic camouflage beater, which looks very good, painted very well. He's got a little bit of web gear, a holster, And that's pretty much it. I will say though that this face sculpt is a lot more detailed and a lot more specific than the original one. The original one almost seemed like a generic guy, whereas this one really feels like it's Roadblock. So all in all, I mean, it's a good figure. It's actually a really good figure. It's just very simple. And come to find out, with this classified line, oftentimes less is more. Like when they, come up with these designs, if they just kind of keep it simple, oftentimes it comes out really good. All right. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.